Everyone's always asking me, what are you listening to? And the answer, as always, is that all new punk. So today we have 15 songs. We're going to see how many of them we get through on this one. So first and foremost, we have two bands that I think everyone here is definitely familiar with. So it's going to be a wild one to start off with. This is a song called Bedroom Posters by Yellowcard featuring Good Charlotte. Pretty crazy stacked song. Is it going to be good, or is it going to be like, that's kind of what I would expect a duo song like this to be like? We'll find out. Here we go.
I'm tired of waiting on a movie time machine. Sick of wondering if my family misses me. I love my sister, but I hate it in LA. My parents need me, but they know that I can't stay. I can't stay.
So this is starting to sound for sure more like Yellowcard by the end there. There is a little bit of this that weirdly sounds a little bit like Neck Deep, you know, specifically the way he is singing that first verse. But like we're getting back into, I mean, I do agree with you. The swung grooves, very much a Yellowcard feature here. So I'm very curious to see where the violin comes into play for this song. And also, I guess, the truest version of Good Charlotte. Never mind, there it is. Good octaves. So it's already, you know, like it's fine, right? I think this is kind of a common thing for bands as they get older, specifically within this genre. They're not quite going as hard as they once did. It does become somehow a little bit more on the pop side versus the punk side. Like I feel like if it was a meter and it was always a halfway of the two, it starts slowly, well, I guess for you it would be this way. It starts slowly pivoting more back towards the pop side of it. It is definitely very tame at this point. And I can tell that Travis Barker is doing some stuff here because of like the sort of like affected drums that are playing in the background there. That drum fill having that like very tight, like kind of effect going through it. Yeah, I mean, I think that's kind of maybe what's helping it, right? Is that like, I'm never expecting Yellowcard either to be like super hardcore either. And I'll admit that part. I guess it's making sense that Good Charlotte seems to be mostly on like a vocal side of things, not necessarily leaning in onto like their guitar music ability. And like maybe part of it is just because what they are going for is they can tour with a song and still play it without Good Charlotte being there to have their sound on it. But that is that first song. So, I don't know. I feel like it's very middle of the road. That's true. I kind of did forget about that too. I'm actually curious about, did he ever, hang on. No, I guess he is still. Okay. Yeah, you know, that there's a good point to that. There was a very weird and gross side of that. And I think that I've sometimes like to push that out of my mind to like not think about those things. I mean, listen, just because he gives us the ick, we can pop it down. I also kind of feel like most of this is more of a Yellowcard feature though, too. So I don't know. That's also a tough one. 4 or 5, I would be fine with. Like, I'll be honest with you. Like, whereas like there's some moments there where it's like, yeah, it's got some head bobbing moments. This is not one that I feel like I'm going to want to put into the the fan favorites playlist. 5 because of the Good Charlotte side of it. Yeah, you know, for grossness that we never covered. That we never covered? I don't know if that's the way I want to say that, but one second. I'm actually going to real quick. That's the wrong element to move. I've been meaning to fix this for like weeks on end now. And now that I'm seeing it live and it's bothering me, oh, there's still a little gap. The tiniest sliver, but that's okay. I can live with this. Okay. That's that one. Coming up next, you have a song called Easing Out of Control by a band called, it's either DZ Deathrays or D's Deathrays. I guess we'll find out. Maybe not. I doubt they're going to say it in the song.
Notice of regulation, noise on the frequency band. You try to silent protest, you try to crush the question.
Okay. So it's kind of giving Ford F-150 commercial, Home Depot commercial. It's giving Madden soundtrack like in the early 2000s. This is like arena rock, right? Like not really. No problem. Have a good night, JJ. I don't know. Like, it's fine. It's serviceable. But I feel like this is not one that, like, I'm going to be like, oh, guys, do you remember the D's Deathrays or DZ Deathrays tune? Oh, man, what a revelation. You know what I mean? It feels tropey, and I don't hate it. I could see it as a song I would sometimes listen to in Burnout Takedown. Yeah. Absolutely zero kick. Yeah, it's kind of, there's a weird mix here. Yeah, like if I bring it up in the mix a little bit, you can hear it a little bit better, but it's very faint. Like, I feel like I should still be able to hear it over the commentary. You know what I mean? Same with the bass, actually. The bass is not really there at all either. I think that it's mixed so close to one another in some of these moments. A lot of like heavy, like wubby synths happening too. Everybody. Oh, they don't do it there. Okay, interesting. That's so crazy. I really felt the build up there leading to like a moment where they'll be like, everybody, like, and, you know, mic out to the audience, like, sing it with me. And then it doesn't really do it. Considering the tunes on this fine Saturday evening, I hear that in your voice. This is, hang on, wow, perfect timing for a raid. Hello, welcome in. One moment. Another punk tune. Welcome in, Abby. One second. 2 D's in squid. Got it. Oh, wait. Is that still playing for everyone? Yes, good. Oh, phew. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in, welcome in. I'm going to go to this screen for a moment. My name is Colin and Parker. I'm a variety streamer. Thank you so much for sharing your community with our own. We are currently doing a show that we typically do on Friday nights, but since there was the national blackout yesterday, we moved it to today. I'm a variety streamer, though, so usually there's like games and stuff like that. But today we are doing, in fact, the music show. We're doing something called That All New Punk, where there's every week the new music that comes out on playlists and stuff like that, like, you know, kind of worldwide, typically goes out Thursday at midnight. And so we listen into the new music and we rate it blind 1 to 5. And then afterwards we go back and make any changes because we can't, you know, change it once we're locked in. But it's a fun new thing that we do. So feel free to hang out, give your opinion. This is a collaborative effort. And, you know, also at the same time, since you were just streaming, if you have to run, eat, sleep, drink, be merry, I don't know, make a snow angel outside, do what you got to do, take care of yourself. But also, again, you're always more than welcome to hang out and chat here. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in, Crazy Cola. I almost said koala. I don't have dyslexia, I don't think, but I truly caught myself last second. Really thought there was an A there. Welcome in, though. Welcome in. Here we go. Back to the show. So we just heard a song that was kind of fine. It was serviceable. As Alex mentioned, it was honestly what a read this is, which was, it feels like Cowboy Bebop was made to sell toys. This feels like it was made to fill time in between plays during a football game. The not thinking part might be worse than any potential. Maybe, who knows? I think you have to have some brain cells to rub together to be able to think. So I don't know about that one. So this one probably, I don't know, man, 4. Also, why can't I find the artwork for this one? Oh, here it is. Personally, that's kind of where I'm feeling. Hooray for the Underthinkers. Okay, up next. Now, here's a band that we have heard before on this show specifically. This is how we discovered them. Girl Tones is back with a new single, and that song is called Volcano, and it goes like this.
It's kind of boring being so square. My smile's crumbling at the seams.
Yeah, dude.
Life's disappointing and it's unfair. What's the point in having dreams?
Damn, dude, like, honestly, I'm really into Girl Tones. Girl Tones, like, whatever, anything that they've got going on right now, like, I'm buying into it. Instantly a little danceable. Like, it's not like a crazy hardcore, like super high energy tempo, but there's still energy and like purpose behind everything they're doing. And it's just a duo. It's just these two girls. I believe they're sisters, actually. And yeah, it's like a guitar player and a drummer. Just two sisters. Like, obviously they track some other stuff. Got kind of a post-punk vibe, yeah. Honestly, I love a good, like, sibling duo, too. You know what I mean? Like, I think a sibling duo is underrated. Whoops. I just hit the wrong button. There we go. I'm into this though, dude. Like, and it's like a little bit of a short song. The song is only 2.5 minutes. But even with that amount of time, to me, 2 to 3 minutes is like a perfect amount of time for a punk song. Like, not that like longer songs are invalid, but Minnie, you are so in trouble for being late. I'm just kidding. Welcome in. Good to see you. Technically, I was late today too, so you're fine. This song is very enjoyable. Oh. Oh, damn. I like that ending too. Not a lot of songs do that either, right? Nowadays, like, there's a lot of like quick endings to tunes nowadays. There's not a lot of like hit the final note and then just let it, fall to nothing kind of thing. Because I think a lot of the times, especially in today's day and age, you're kind of trying to get people to the next song. Not a lot of like long holds. I don't know, man. Like, this is tough. Like, I kind of want to put it at 1, but like at the same time, we got 2 more, maybe a 2. I don't think it's going to be 3. Like, I personally would say 1, but I would also be fine with 2. I'm seeing a lot of people say 2. So let's go with 2. The artwork is, yeah, I'm tripping. Here it is. It is a very high 2. Like, this is the kind of thing where if the next 2 songs are kind of like, after the fact, when we do the retake, I'm totally cool with this bumping up. Okay, up next, we're taking, I guess, some nostalgia here, because this song is called 2005, and it's by a band called The Academy Is.
Got a new dog, 3 little boys and us husband, hoodies,
Oh, it's kind of nice.
good for you, still looking good. With the windows down in the left-hand lane, close your eyes, picture us back then. Oh, kiss me.
Ooh.
Oh, right here. Oh.
Okay, so let me tell you, I feel like it was a good start, but I actually really like where it's landed. There is an element of like, oh my God, Death Cab for Cutie or like Postal Service, and like a little bit of like 80s. This is definitely a driving song in a movie for sure. I can see like starring Mila Kunis, Steve Carell, right? Like all those things like on signs or just like a car passing reveals it, like window down, arm out the window, just kind of like, this is so, maybe not Mila Kunis. I have no idea why she was the first name that popped in my head. Maybe just because I was thinking about Wake Up Dead Man earlier today, which I actually thought she was pretty good in, but this has like a little bit of danceability to it. It's like not kind of like the last song, like not like a tempo that's absolutely like soaring, but like it's got a nice little groove. The tone and everything is really nice. I like what they're doing with the vocals. Ooh, little small pull it back moment. Ooh. That was such a fascinating little guitar solo. Like, I can't even begin to describe, I feel like, the tone that we're getting out of that. But it was like almost like trying to make the guitar sound like a synth, in my opinion, right? Like it had like a little plinky plunky sound that kind of also added into like the sort of like 80s synth sounds in the back in a way. Yeah, man. I don't know. And then also hit a note and just the slow fade out. Wow. I don't know, man. I had also kind of forgotten about The Academy Is, just like you were mentioning, Brian. Yeah, I kind of got into that one. That one should be this one. So that one's going on at number 1. So that means that by default, song number 3 comes to you from a band called Trash Boat, who I literally, do they also take 18 years to drop a new album? That's exactly what Starting Line did. And I will say, Starting Line waited 19 years and they like knocked that out of the park. Like Starting Line's newest album, incredible. Like it was well worth the wait. If we were going to get true art, it was worth the wait on that one. Recently I was a guest on a podcast about punk music called First, Last, and Best. And we did a round table about bands whose whose sound has changed that we can either get into or we can't accept. And one of the examples that someone brought to the show was Trash Boat, a band who I have like heard of, but never really listened to until that show. And now like 2 weeks later, they have magically popped back up into my life. So it's almost like the universe knew that they were now in my like personal headspace. So here's a song called Even If I Never Get There by Trash Boat.
I'm a mess, growing stagnant, I'm a fragment of my best. Something different, inconsistent, another miss. I don't know if I'll be getting up from this. Cause I don't love myself like I'm supposed to. Every self-affirming thought I had just fades away with time. Never ask me, I don't wanna lie to you. Still fighting just in silence, there's a peace I'm yet to find.
So like, I'm not big on like the shouting kind of stuff, but I'm going to be honest with you, man. Like, I kind of feel like we nailed this one straight out the gate. Like, I kind of feel as though this list is in the exact order that I would feel comfortable with. You know what I mean? Like, this feels like a solid 3. There's some elements of this that I really like. Just like 1 or 2 little elements that are kind of for me. But like, it's working still, but I don't like it less than 4 and 5. The instrumental is great. I think if they like didn't scream, it's like, I feel like if the vocals were just a little bit more solid, you could potentially argue for this to move up. Because instrumentally, they're doing some really interesting things here and got some good tones. But like, I don't know, man. Like, this is... Yeah, see, like that right there. Immediately. As I was about to say something positive, I heard that and I was like, no, never mind. No, I do have to say, I think it stays at 3. Some interesting notation there. Here's the ending of the song, though. Like, you know what I mean? Just like, I feel as though they were so close. I feel as though the vocals are just pushing it too much. So yeah, I mean, I think that's a perfect set right there. Please forgive me for one moment. I have to scroll down just a tiny bit just to get this download image button. Oops, hang on, I did not scroll back up enough. That's on me. Okay. I think if they'd sang in minor or something else. Minnie, the reason why Yellowcard is in last is because it features Good Charlotte, and it's fine. It's okay. Like, I would say if it was just Yellowcard, that probably would have been put into 3. However, it does feature Good Charlotte and pretty famously their lead singer, when he was 25, dated a 16-year-old. So, you know, there's a little bit of an ick factor that goes into that. So we put it there. It's fine. It's an okay song. I don't think it's going into the playlist. I honestly think for this particular grouping, I'm thinking only that first and second song are going in to the overall playlist. 1 and 2 in the list, everything else stays. But thank you for your contributions, I suppose. And then this week, I'm trying something a little bit different, which is instead of having 3 separate tabs, I put all the photos in the same thing, and I'm just emptying them out and putting things back in. There you go. Okay, so this is set list number 2. Up first is a band called I Promised the World, and the song is called Proud. Very quiet and noodly intro. Whoa. That was so abrupt, I feel like. I I feel like I even kind of boosted it a little bit because I was like, it's so quiet. It's like, it's fine. And I was literally in the middle of looking up this band. Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to be honest, I'm getting like whiplash from this song. Yeah, this is such a roller coaster of emotions. It is all over the place, which is like not necessarily a bad thing, right? Like I think that you can have a song that does a lot and still be, but see, that's the thing though, right? What's weird to me about that, Alex, right, is that is what would be the perfect part, right? Because to me, this doesn't even feel like any version of punk. This feels more like some form of I don't know, some sort of metalcore, I don't even know. I'm going to start streaming at the same time with the same songs, just do inverted tier list. That's pretty funny. I mean, I don't know, it's tough because I could totally see, this being something that would play at a Hot Topic. I think if you walk into Zoomies and heard this, you'd be like, yeah, all right. You know what I mean? But it's just, I can't do the shouty screaming. It's just, I'm not a screamo guy. I'm not a metal guy for the most part. I mean, I can be metal. I don't know. I think anytime I hear something that just sounds like vocals being strained, it's very hard on me. You know what I mean? I think maybe there's just the part of me that goes, that hurts me. Ooh, that hurts me. Ooh, I don't know, man. It's really tough. Well, I mean, a little bit. Part of it is because, I used to have much better vocals, and then I, unfortunately, did wreck my vocal cords. I have some irreparable damage. Some of it got healed over, but not all of it. And part of that is just because I didn't do the right thing at one point. I didn't realize I was sick, but I got sick and kept singing, kept performing, and hurt my vocal cords. And so I feel like anytime I hear something that sounds that harsh, there's an element of my body that instinctively is kind of reaching for my throat. It's oh God, hurts. It hurts me. I don't know. There's parts of this that I do like though, but parts of it that I don't like. I don't know. Can you describe the person a little bit, and maybe we can throw something at you? Because in my head, I'm I don't know, Moira. But also, if you're she's the opposite of a Moira, then I'd be I don't know, Stephanie. Are those two opposite? You tell me. You tell me how you feel about that one, chat. Okay, no. Honestly, Moira, I feel kind of. I feel like if you work at a circus, I feel like your name is it's like Stephanie, but it's spelled wrong. With it, it's Stefanie. You know what I mean? Stephanie is pretty funny. Or your name is arugula. You know what I mean? When you get a hippie parent that's I'm going to name my kid after a plant. Jackson. I mean, yeah, that's dude. I love making fun of the white mom names. It's so funny. Anyway, maybe Stephanie or Moira. I don't know if any of those work for you. They work for me. Okay. That song, I don't know how people are feeling. I'm feeling like a 4 because there's things in there. There's things in there that I like, but some things that I don't like. I did that one for the freaks. I feel that one. Cause I will say it is hard to start a playlist at 1 or 5. It could have gone in so many directions and it chose to pursue all of them is pretty funny. That is very true. That is very true. And I feel like you know what, I'll say this, if they had just chosen one less direction, I feel like I could have been higher on that list. Cause instrumentally what they had going on was pretty neat. Okay. So this next song is called Cope in the Coma by a band called Greywind. The name sounds like it's something out of Skyrim. So we'll see if that matches the vibe. Not really. Interesting. Okay, so this is interesting. I don't know what about the intro gave me a different vibe than this. For whatever reason, I was not expecting a female vocalist. And I don't know why that is. But it does work for me. This is a band from Ireland, apparently. And I'm trying to see if in my head, like, if any of these vocals give to me that kind of vibe. They're not, which is interesting. It feels very Americanized, which is fascinating to me. It does also kind of sound like a movie soundtrack piece, just a little bit. There is a little bit of like another teen movie kind of vibe to this in some way, maybe American Pie even. Like I wouldn't be surprised if this was like, here's all the kids in the gymnasium, and like here's one of the girls being a girl boss, and like they would play this as a girl slam dunks on a guy for some reason. Like, usually they don't play on the same team, but they do for whatever reason in this movie. It is interesting. Oh, if it was like the opening of a show. The go is so, like, Paramore-ish. I can't explain it, because now I'm suddenly thinking to myself, have I actually ever heard Paramore yell go? No, but I stand by what I said. And I'm sure that when Fish hears me say that, Fish will back me up. There's also a little bit of like Avril Lavigne in part of the like extra stuff that's happening in the background there. No, but like, not necessarily that she would say go, but like there is something about this that has that vibe of like when any kind of rock artist gets the crowd also like going, like some sort of hit of like, yeah, exactly. It's got the tone. I will say a lot of punk bands will use a go on like a big drop kind of thing. It does have a meet me at the altar kind of vibe as well. Man, I want to say 2, but like I also feel like I could be convinced at a 3 even. I don't know if I can be convinced on 1. That feels tough. That feels tough to be a 1. We still have 3 more songs too, so like 3 could just be a comfortable. Strong 3, light 2. We should get Anthony Fantano on this show at some point. I don't know how we could, but could you imagine? That'd be pretty fun. My Own Worst Enemy is certainly a song. That All New Melon? What now? Oh, like, are you talking about like his head? That's funny. That's pretty funny. You know what? We should get him and then Northern Lion. I somehow don't think I've ever heard him be called Melon. I think like I only very rarely pay attention to his stuff. You know what I mean? I feel like I live in like a perfect zone of like, I go to Fantano like for specific things. Like I can't do every piece of his content. You know what I mean? It's either when I'm like, I'm really hoping he agrees with my take on this, or I'm like, God, I hope he's going to rip this one a new one. You know what I mean? Like I'm looking for him to, I don't care about any of the middle ground ones. Like I really just want it to be, and there are albums that will come out that I'll go, I'm not going to look for his opinion on this one because I fear he's not going to like it, but I do. And so I'm not going to let someone ruin that for me. An organ tier list instead. Interesting. I wouldn't be surprised. I feel like Northern Line, it would be good to have him on just because we would have two bald guys, but also it would make Alex happy, I think. That I do agree with that as well. I think that that is a major thing for me. I don't frequently go for him to rip something apart, but like, for example, if like a bad person puts out new music, I'm like, ooh, I'm hoping. Ooh, I'm hoping. You know? I hope he does the thing. I hope he's funny about it. And I want to see it. Okay. Anyway, we've talked a lot about that. This is let me tell you, this is the song is not a classic, but this band is. Trying to see when they actually started. Hang on. Oh, wait a minute. Am I silly? I might need to real quick double check something here. I wonder if this song is actually new or this isn't a re-release, is it? I don't think this is a re-release. Because this band has been around since the late 70s. Well, I mean, okay, granted, this is 23 years ago, but 23 years ago, they put out an album. They put out a new album. So, okay. We're going to run a risk. If this is a re-release, then it's of a song that I do not recognize. So we'll just sort of consider it new. But this is the band Buzzcocks. And this is a song called Poetic Machine Gun.
Well, I'm asking you why you won't even try to light my poetic machine gun. Shoot to the sky to make you high. My poetic machine gun. Oh, my poetic
It is new.
machine gun. She doesn't like my words. My poetic machine gun. Things are so absurd. In and out again, I was hungry with my poetic.
Okay, listen, man. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I want to point out that this is a band that's been doing this for like 50 years now. There's something that's kind of fun about that to me. These are some of the oldest punkers out there at this point. I'm not loving it, right? Like this isn't like one of the greatest songs I've ever heard. I don't know. Like, listen, if we put it at 5, I'm not going to be heartbroken. But like, I think there's a part of me that's kind of like, listen, man, the fact that you can be this old and still actively be playing and like not bad either. Because there's a lot of artists that sing at this age and do not sound this good. which is not to say this guy sounds great. To be clear. But I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, I know that I can't use like bias to like move something up. But it's like, I know the Buzzcocks are so iconic and we're from like a different era for sure. But the fact that they're still around and kicking. And a fade out. Well, listen, man. Yeah, exactly. Listen, man, I want you guys to know it's a 5, but it has a lot of love in my heart. It probably also won't make the playlist, but I do think that I will listen to the full album, like not on stream, but I do think that I will be playing that one. Okay, song number 4 for us on this playlist is a song called Filthy by a band called House and Home. Ooh. Okay. So this one's tough. This one's tough because, let me tell you, I'm really enjoying this. I am not familiar with what the next song is going to be. I am familiar with the next artist. And there's a part of me that's like, I was hoping that this was going to be a solid 3. Just so the other guy could be number 1. But this song is pretty good. Like, I'm telling you right now, I am automatically adding this into the playlist. It's pretty good. Also, just a fun fact, probably only fun for me, but this band is from Richmond, Virginia. So that's from my original neck of the woods-ish. I have some family ties to for the city of Richmond. Spent a lot of time in Richmond in my life, actually. So it's kind of cool to see that come up. A lot of bands coming up from Richmond recently, I've noticed. Okay, dude. There's like a little bit of like the Wonder Years in that sound. There's a little bit of like some Menzingers in there. Pretty good energy. Really good sound. I actually do like the vocals a lot. And we avoided like the big screamer. That can't be how I say that. That can't be the way that we address that aspect of a band. This is the first one you've heard like today, you mean that you knew immediately where it was going to go, or like ever? Because like I was gonna say, I think that like that first time we ever heard the Gumex song, I remember that being like a moment where collectively everyone was like, well, clearly that's one. Clearly that's a number one. Like it wasn't even like a contest. Like it wasn't even, well, let's talk it out. Like it was like okay, yeah, man. Like that's just where that one is for sure. Sorry, please hold. So yeah, I don't know, man. That's an easy number one, I feel like. Okay, so this next one, this is an artist that we have played on, not on this show, but on this stream before. It's a guy whose creative work I fully believe in. He's an incredible artist. I hope to someday like meet him and just sort of pick his brain a little bit on like how he does some of the stuff that he does. But this is a song from a brand new album that's coming out soon that I've actually pre-ordered my vinyl copy of. I pre-ordered it a little while ago, but this is Alex Melton, and this is the song Look Up.
I didn't mean to fall apart. I hope it's obvious, but I know that I should say so. Well, do you ever take a look around at unfamiliar things you should know from not that long ago? Look face to face, but I refuse to look up. Turning nothing into something forever and ever again. Are you okay? Wish I could say more. Can't help but ignore. So anyways, I could shift it, change the context, how we're in it. Just hopeful distractions laced with good intent. Look face to face, but I refuse to look up. Turning nothing into something over and over and over. Turning nothing into something over and over. I keep on burning as it all falls away from me now. I'm falling apart as it all falls away from me now. And I'm just turning nothing into something over and over and over. Turning nothing into something.
I mean, man, like I really like his vocals, and also like he gets how to mix things, in my opinion. Like the bass drum or the kick drum is kicking, the bass is kicking. Really good guitar tones, in my opinion. I love the way his instruments sound. Yeah, man, I don't know. Like I feel like he really gets like the heart of how to take certain like eras of sounds and make them still today and make them good. So this is where it's at right now. I think this is where everyone else is saying. This is tough. I think what we're going to do is we're going to go back. We're going to listen to the first, like, let's say 30 seconds, maybe a minute of those top three and see how we feel. Okay. So this is currently number 3.
How did I know these thorns would show you colors? You bled from the rose that I dropped and disposed. And I'll wait till you're cold, sought out to kill this current that runs through you. It runs through you.
Something else interesting here is that just like the first playlist that we had today, this group here is another duo. This is another sibling duo. This is a brother and sister from Ireland. And Girl Tones is two sisters from for some reason I could have sworn I knew where they were from. One second. I could have sworn they may have been from like the UK or something like that, but I could be wrong on that. Does it have any information about them? No, I guess they're from the US. I think they might be from Chicago, actually. Based off of some of the stuff that I'm seeing for like touring and the amount of listeners from that city as well. Anyway, sorry, I was talking for so long that we basically played the whole song. Here is song number 2 currently, which is the Alex Melton song. We did technically just hear it, but here it is.
I hope it's obvious, but I know that I should say so. Well, do you ever take a look around at unfamiliar things you should know?
The drums are so good. And that little noodly guitar, hang on, I'm going to pull this back real quick. I feel like Alex will like this part. Yeah, man, I don't know. Just that like noodle into the sustain before everyone comes back in. It's pretty good. Okay, and then this is song number 1 where it lies right now. Filthy by House and Home. I mean, yeah, unfortunately, I do think I agree. A part of me really wants Alex Melton to always be, high up. But like, I get it. Like, listen, 1 and 2, not bad to be in either of those spots. So that is where we are. We only had to move 1 song in this playlist. So it is now almost 10 p.m. Eastern. Are people good for another set list, or shall I wait for another week? Yes, that's true. They are making the playlist. We want more music. Well, we got more music if people are down for more music. This is one of the main reasons why I like doing this like on the weekend, is I know that because we are doing it so late, people don't have to like get up for work usually. So there you go. Okay, then this is, oh wait, I have to reset everything real fast. Okay. Up next is a song called From Home They Run by a band called The Saddest Landscape. Yeah, the instrumental is sick. I also feel like this is almost going in the same way as the last playlist in terms of it does feel a little bit like they were kind of like, let's do everything that we possibly can on this song. The one caveat that I have to like yelling and screaming and stuff like that in music, and I can't do it for every song, to be clear, right? But when someone is basically just kind of like, almost sounds like panicked, like, oh my God, I have to get this out or you'll never know about it. I have to get this out before they kill me or whatever, right? Like the guy almost sounds unwell in a way. And maybe that's just because he's in a post-hardcore band. You know, like that might be what it is. But there's something so funny about like the franticness that happens there. I really like that. It reminded me of stuff that I listened to as a kid in the 90s. Yeah, I mean, like it's weird. Like I'm not always one for, oh, sorry. It does get very quiet there. Sorry. It is almost like a spoken word slam poetry piece. This is tough because I feel like sometimes I would have almost maybe put this further down. But weirdly, I kind of want to be like, I don't know, 3 maybe? I think there's unlike the last playlist, I think that there's enough weirdness that I do like to pull it up. It's almost like it's a theater piece. You know what I mean? Though they did kind of start to move away from for a second, but I'm originally from Maryland, but I live in Texas right now. But this does kind of sound. Hang on, I'm gonna try and see where these guys are from. Where are they? They're from Boston, Massachusetts, which I think kind of tracks. I think that this does make some sense. Yeah, there's no sound effects during the show. Sorry. I don't know, man. I do agree with your assessment. Like there's definitely a lot of stuff that like I've listened to in the 90s. And like the early 2000s that had this sound, and maybe I'm kind of leaning in on my nostalgia. I think this is an interesting one because the audience is very, maybe not necessarily 50-50, but it's close enough where like half of the crowd is kind of like, I don't know, man, I'm into it. Then it's more like a 3-3-3, like two, like, let me try this again, 3/3, right? A third of it is like, you know, like I love it. 3/3 is like some parts I don't like, some parts I do, and then another third being like, nah, dude. So I don't know what a happy medium is. I kind of feel like 3 is high, but I don't want to immediately sequester it to 5. Alex has converted me into a chaos lover, so I dig it. Yeah, I kind of figured that the two of you would probably be into it. Maybe, I mean, I don't know, man. Maybe to kind of, I don't want to say keep the peace. That makes it sound like people are fighting. But would you all think I'm crazy for putting that at 3? Based on all of the feedback that we've had here tonight? Because I feel like the instrumental part of it is just so, yes, but I won't hold it against you. Thank you, man. Yeah, that feels good. And like, as always, listen, if we end up finding 4 other songs that we like more, or 3 other songs at the end of it in the adjustment period, we can always move things around. This next song is called Slace, I think. It's Slayce, and a band called Red Sun, like SUN, like the Red Sun, like the Superman comic. A bass intro. I'm a sucker for those. Okay, man. I am so into this. And I'll tell you what, there's a little bit, just like a little bit of like a Menzingers type sound, which would also, funny enough, be like a PA sound. But more than that, it's got like the Midwest, not Midwest emo, right? But like the Midwest punk scene of like a Banner Pilot or like a Dillinger 4 type sound. You know what I mean? Like, Guitar Is Too Happy. Interesting. I feel like it's cool too though, because they got the hard pan and like very differing sections happening, which is really kind of again, like a very Midwest jammy thing. There is actually, I will say, as much as I was like not Midwest emo, but there is a little bit of like instrumentally American football kind of situation going on. Damn. I kind of do love this. Like, I know that for sure this is going in the playlist. Damn. Yeah, man, I don't know, man. Sometimes I listen to things and I go, the kids are all right. And then it kind of pulls back. A little ballad moment. Flugelhorn. Oh, and trombone. Or maybe like euphonium. Some brass instrumentation. Ska is alive and well. Not really. That's not ska, I know, but... Wow. Like, that kind of thing would go hard at like a Vans Warped Tour, because you know that you would have like the group from like you know the horn players from Goldfinger / Iceland Kill / Real Big Fish. They would pop over and play some stuff here. You mean like, and everyone would be like, oh my God, they're here, you know, or maybe like a Less Than Jake kind of thing. Yeah, there is a little bit of Fat Records happening here. A little bit of, oh my God. Who's got Menzingers right now? That's not Interscope, is it? Hang on. Now I gotta look this up. Menzingers, record label. Who are they on? They were the Epitaph. They were formerly with Red Scare Industries too, which also kind of tracks. Yeah, man, I don't know. It kind of has a little bit of that. Yeah, like Goldfinger for sure. At least classic Goldfinger. Feldman these days is definitely a little bit in a new, I'm trying to be what I was wanting Blink-182 to be kind of era of his. Anyway, this is tough. I don't know. Personally, I kind of want to put that at 1. This is where I'm at, but I'm going to let the people speak. Because again, we still have 3 more songs. I have no idea how those are going to play out. I feel like someone said one earlier too as well. Who said that? I'm going to Small said one. I don't know. Do we have a Minnie? Do we have an Alex? An Emily? A Brian? Yeah, I mean, like that's tough, dude. I mean, like, it's tough because sometimes you. Oh no. I'm asking about like what are we good for number one or I will be coming to you for a track though next month for sure. Yeah, it's tough. I will say, like, even though it's that all new punk, I personally am more of a pop punk than a punk, or more like closer to hardcore punk, I guess. I do like all sides of the genre. I just like lean a little more on one end. All right. Well, then we'll go on to a song called "Bang" by DFL. There you go. Damn. Yeah, dude. And that's it. It's a 1 minute, 13-second song. That's short. Yeah, they've been around since the early 90s. That's pretty classic. And they have this is from their newest entry, if you will. They have a new thing that came out in 2026. So well, obviously it's in the new punk playlist. It came out yesterday. Since last week we had WBRP. There's some things that are from the prior week, so there's some mixing in here. But still, it's like within a month. You know what I mean? So I'm considering it still new. But this is literally like a day old. It's from a 7-song, 10-minute album, which really I feel like is more like an EP, but that's just me. And it was produced by Fletcher from Pennywise, which also he is featured on 3 of the 7 songs. It is very skate game themed. I personally am good with currently where everything is at. Unless something really wows me, I'm kind of fine with 1 and 2 exactly where they are. 3, I mean, I could be convinced when we get there. Because the next one is by another band that I'm sure most of us have heard of. This is from the newest thing that also has just come out. Oh, this is just another single. When does this actual album come out? That's the question. Hang on. Oh, the actual album is also out literally as of yesterday. Okay. Because I know we've heard another single from this before. What was the one that we listened to first, though? Sorry, give me 5 seconds before I hit play on this. I do want to figure out. We previously heard "Well, Whatever It Was," but this song, the most recent single after as the album has come out, is called "I Used to Go to This Bar" by a band named Joyce, Manor. I know that like it's very kind of clean and bright, but Joyce has that kind of sound. I feel like that I kind of do enjoy. And they've got a guy, I don't even know which one of them it is. They got a guy who kind of looks like if our friend Tyler, not the Duke, hang on, shout out, not the Duke. If our friend Tyler randomly got into pop punk, I feel like one of the guys in this band would just be him. It feels like his other. It does feel like, you know, like his alternate ego. Anyway, talking way over it. Sorry. This is like not my favorite song by them, but like it still feels very much like, yeah, man, like this sounds like them. And it's like, it's fun. It's not like their highest entry. I do think that the other song that we heard from them was better. But it's a solid track. Like, actually, I mean, like, kind of feel fine with it being at 4. Like, I'll still add it into the playlist, but like, it's good. I think the other one's better. But, I don't know, man. Like, they've been around for a decent enough amount of time. You know what I mean? Let's see. When was that first album? There's no way. 2012 was the earliest thing for them? I could have sworn. Maybe they were just like doing something and touring before then. Because I could have sworn they've been around a little bit longer than that. I thought that we were getting close to 20 years of them, but we're not. So we're like 24 years in. Nope, sorry, not how that works. 14. Yikes. Math and me don't always mix. Okay, well, that means that by default, track number 5 is a song called Bite to Break by Glass Tides featuring Aaron Gillespie. Aaron Gillespie. Yes. Honestly, that's funny. I don't know. I was going to say, I kind of think that I like exactly where we've ended up. To me, 1 through 5 has landed perfectly where I would prefer to listen to them in my like personal listening. Well, in a minute, Alex, we'll let this one run its course here, just to give it its full thing. But yeah, I agree with that as well. That's my exact reasoning, is that this is too emo for me. It's weird, like, again, kind of like with a lot of stuff where it's like, if you've got like a metal aspect, I like some of it, but not all of it. With emo, I'm the same way. Like, some emo I'm really into, and then some emo, no, you know? I think I just said the same thing twice. I'm going to say some emo, I'm like, yeah, man, I'm digging this. And then some emo, I'm like, I can't do this, man, not at all. I guess that's part of the point of being, you know, yeah, there's that. I mean, listen, we can always actually do, weirdly, 3 very different versions of this tier list. We can do one for the more hardcore, and we can do one for the more, like, for lack of a better term, like a general audience. But I also think that, like, at the end of the day, this song is not wowing me in any capacity. Like, it feels very one note. I think that's the main reason why I prefer 3 to this, is because this has felt basically the exact same, you know? At least the spoken word had like lots of elements and different things to listen to and be entertained by musically. But like, this is just guys screaming over the same section as if they put a song into GarageBand and set it on a loop. They made their own loop and went, all right, and now we do the same thing over and over again. And that's it. That's a song. Maybe we add a second section, you know, and that's just kind of where I'm at. I just feel like, you know, again, I don't love the vocals of either one, but like if I'm going to listen to one versus the other more than once, like gun to my head, like that sounds weird. Not, I don't want to sound aggressive. Not that like I hate it either, but you know what I mean? Like if you were like, you have to listen to one of these songs 10 times in a row. You know what I mean? I'm going to go, okay, give me 3. Because honestly, the funny thing is, if you said to me, you have to listen to this song 10 times in a row and gave me song number 5, I would never really know when the song ended. You know what I mean? Like I would go, has this been 10 times yet? And they'd be like, that's 2. And I go, oh God. Oh no. Jeez. Oh boy. Oh, 8 more times. Oh no. Actually, sir, could you just go ahead and pull that trigger? Actually, I think I'm good. Okay, I just downloaded the first version. Here's what I'm going to do for those playing at home. I have a feeling that this is where Fish and Small are at. Is this correct? Oh, no, wait, sorry. No, you guys would prefer this, right? No, wait, I messed that up. Sorry, I messed that up. This is what you would like. Oh, so you would want 3 here? Sorry, I'm trying to read your minds a little bit. You would put this one at 5? This is shocking me. No. Okay, I'll do it like this. For Fish and Small, don't worry, I'm going to loop back around to everyone else. Don't worry, Alex, we're coming back in. We're coming back in a second. For Fish and Small, is number 1 correct? Alex is going to have a say. Everyone calm for a moment. Everyone be cool. Okay. Is number 2 correct? Okay. This is where we have our first split. Hypothetically, Fish, would you be okay with that? Would you be fine with 2 and 3 switching? I'm literally coming up with 2 separate. Absolutely not. Okay. Well, I think you 2 are going to have to live with this. Is 4 and 5 fine, or do 4 and 5 need to flip? Okay. Are 4 and 5 now correct for you 2? This is crazy to me. Okay. I'm trying to find some sort of happy in between for you 2. I'm going to do this. I'm going to call this the happy medium between what you 2 are calling for. This is the happy medium of our general audience. And then now, for our more hardcore people, I believe that maybe this is where you guys are at. because I saw both Alex and I Love This Terrible Game put these two up. Okay, flip 4 and 5. Okay. I saw both of you guys mentioning Cheetah Print as one. And you guys both enjoyed song number 2. Oh, hello, friend of Mason. Welcome in, welcome in. In my head, I was wondering if you were like a friend of someone who's been on the show, or not the show, but like the stream before, or if you were coming in for like another piece of content. Since a lot of like both myself and like a lot of our friends here do so many different shows and different things. Oh, 1 second. Let me snooze an ad break here for you. Like it's like one of those things of like, sometimes I don't know exactly where everyone's coming in from. One of these days I need to do some sort of like survey or something of like, how did you get here? Like what was the thing that brought you? Just because I do so much variety on the variety channel. Would love to know someday. Because I know I've got some people that are here because of Pokemon. I know I've got people who are here because of Cozy Games. I know I've got people who are here from Blizz when Blizz raided over ages ago. I know I got some RT people. I work a dream job with you. Yep. I am here because I can get away with being mean to Colin. That's somewhat fair. There is a boundary or like a limit on Alex's jokes. He doesn't know this, but I have a little tick mark. And I keep and I want to be specific. The amount of tick marks that it takes is not the same every week. It depends on where I'm at mentally. There are definitely going to be times where like it's only 5 and I go, that's your last one. Yeah, Fish, that's pretty cringe of you. I'm not going to lie. And not the same per person. That's true. And I think a lot of it's because certain people push different buttons. You know what I mean? Anyway, this is where I almost forgot to download this one. This is where our other demographic of the audience is voting and sitting on. The question that I have for myself is, did I add this to? Nope. Okay, good. All right, I'm going to go start listening on shuffle. That's a little loud. There we go. Okay. That is the end. Oh, wait. Actually, sorry. Clunky ending here. I'm actually going to stop the music because I need to end the show. But that is where we've been throughout today. We had 3 playlists, or 3 set lists rather. And we had some new audience members. We had a lot of new artists. Well, new artists, like new to the show artists. We had some repeats and some just overall fun stuff. We had some really interesting conversation on this one. This one was not as much of a universal thought or process, I would say, as they usually are. So, that always makes it a little bit more interesting though. Like the ones where we had like 5 good songs that everyone was into, Fish, thank you so much for gifting a sub to Michael. We appreciate that. I'm sure he does as well. Enjoy your ad-free experience on this whole thing. But that is That All New Punk, and that is the way that the track fades.